Doop, 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 doop. Hello, everybody. How's everyone doing today? Happy Tuesday. Had to check really quick. Figured I'd do a nice little AMA. Dogs are going at it, man. That's what they do all day. Yo. What's up, baby boy? No. You guys are distracting me from dropping knowledge. The beats. Oh, okay. Okay. Let me open the window for you guys. That'll calm you down. Oh my goodness. They don't understand the production level over here. All right. Hey. Whew. I'm a little tired today, man. Tired, bored. So, your job announcement video motivating you to start working even harder than it already was. I've been coding like 8 hours a day. That's good, man. Don't burn yourself out. God knows I've done that a couple times. Greetings. Oh man, you just feel like right here, you feel like you're dying. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like yeah, other parts of your body are tired, but right here, like this is the spot. This is the spot where like it's like when I really feel like I'm on death's bed or like I'm tired. It's right here. So what have you been doing to step your game up, Bishop? You know what? There must have been. No, I don't have the sickness. Try to send me a link here. Let me type my email, Michael. Type my email in chat and email it to me. TypeScript good. So like, let me see here. I'll give you a little action. Can you guys see those marks? That's all you're getting. This is a PG-13. Anyhow, so I have these marks all over my back, and your boy did a little self-care over the weekend, and it's messed me up, dude. I'll be honest with you. I was like, hey, I want to go get a massage. And then I was like, okay, like when you go get massages, they always have like hot stones or like, you know, they have 10 different things you can get, right? So I was like, cool. I haven't had suction cups. For those of you who don't know, I used to do acupuncture all the time as a kid. When I was 16, I was like really depressed and antidepressants and things weren't working like that. And my stepmom went to Dr. Kim. I'll never forget Dr. Kim. I walk in, right? And Dr. Kim's like, listen, Dylan, you know, your chakra, right? You got the earth, the wind, the fire, and he's like breaking it down. And I was like, yo, whatever, Dr. Kim. I'm willing to do whatever, right? So I start doing acupuncture, and like half the times they would do suction cups. So I really do like acupuncture. For those of you who've never done it, I highly recommend. I'm going to be looking into doing it again, and usually your insurance will cover it. So I used to do acupuncture for about 2 years or so, on and off. Probably done it about 100 times. I would go about once a week and do the suction cups. So I was like, oh, cool, I get suction cups. Dude, I don't remember the suction cups messing me up like this. So it is even worse than that, though. So I go, okay, you know what, man? I'm feeling like I haven't got that much sun. So like, for those of you who don't know, every day I take a couple walks around my neighborhood. I'll take my shirt off and I'll absorb the sun. And so before I go, I was like, oh, a tanning salon. I haven't done that since I was about 16 as well. Or it's been a minute. Let me go get some sun, right? And so stupid. so it's been like 3 or 4 days, and I'm still like, it's like my upper body was fine because I go and I get the sun, but my thighs and my butt and my like legs destroyed. They're still destroyed, and I've been putting like aloe vera on it anyhow. So I did that, and then I did the massage with suction cups, and I think it's just drained my body of like energy. I'm feeling much better. Like today is the first day where I'm like, cool. But the self-care was not what's the word I'm looking for? Was not implemented correctly. I think it's what happened. Learning TypeScript, good, Bishop. So yeah, my whole back's like that, and oh man, it's throwing me off a little. So anyhow, Dylan, can you make things like an image carousel off the top of your head, or do you have to refer to documentation? I'll return to it. Yeah, I can. I mean, it might take me a second, but yeah, I can. Image carousel is a little bit harder just because you have to understand a lot of CSS to go with that. But yeah. It feels like I got beat up, dude. But it's supposed to make me healthier. Don't worry. And like, I can't show you. Anyhow, so like some of them are starting to turn yellow, and they really look bad. And like here's one here. Like this is one of the front ones. This one's you can kind of see it's getting yellow. But they tried to do one on my neck. It's not coming through very well. They tried to do one on my neck, but they were slipping off some smaller ones. And so it didn't really stick, but in the process, it makes it look like I have a hickey on my neck. You can't really tell in the webcam, so I haven't been worried about work or anything like that. But I've been drinking water all day. Are things still open in Tampa? Everything's open in Tampa, man. We live in a different world over here. Hey, Michael, I got your email, just FYI, so you can chill. I'll take a look at it, and I'll read the blog you wrote about me. Maybe I'll do a video about it. That'd be fun. Laid off my first job for 6 months out of college as a systems engineer. Have not had a callback since being laid off in June. Advice. Whew. Are you based in the U.S.? Where are you based out of? Am I moving to Seattle or working remote at Amazon? I'm starting off remote, and then at some point I'll relocate to Seattle. That's what I agreed to. Not sure when that point is, though. At the beginning of the year, you did a video on the state of remote work for 2019, and the stats were interesting. 2020 update, dude. I'd love to see that myself, to see how things have changed. I see you're drinking the drink of intellectuals, Diet Dr. Pepper. California, you shouldn't have any problem getting a job in California. Systems engineer is kind of a very particular job, though. So yeah, you'll do all right, man. Just keep trying, man. Be willing to relocate. Keep applying every single day. Is this Steins Gate? I haven't actually watched Steins Gate. I've heard of it, though. Are you going to miss the house? Will you rent it out or sell it? It really sort of depends, man. I don't know yet. So, like, it's kind of up in the air because I'm not sure when I'm relocating in Seattle. The earliest, I think, is July, because that's when the campus is going to be opened up. And I imagine they'll do a rolling, like they'll have 10% come back in, 20%, 30% rolling thing. But I'm hired as a remote dev, but at some point we'll renegotiate my contract, or we'll get some money to relocate and stuff like that. And figured out. I just bought a hot tub for $400 the other day. I was like, because things are kind of up in the air. So yeah, depending on how. So I will be very aggressively paying this house off in the near future. I'm probably going to go buy myself a new car, treat myself. I'm not sure what yet. Maybe a Tesla. I don't know. We'll see. And then everything else will probably go to pay down the mortgage. So we'll see. I have to sort of figure it out. If I have the house paid off, I'm holding on to it and I'll just turn it into a rental property. Right now, if I look at so I bought my home for $260,000 roughly 2 years ago. And it's been going up about $15,000 a year. So it's about $291 right now. So it went up in the last 30 days about $3,500, and it's increasing that trend. And I think Florida is going to continue to grow. I have about $195,000 owed on the house. So basically, do I have 195? Can I pay off $195,000 in the next, let's just say year, let's say 1 year from now, and have a paid off home in Florida? And I think I can. It'll probably cost me quite a bit, but we'll be pretty close. Or I can get to a point where like my mortgage is like 50 grand or maybe under 100. And then I have this relatively low mortgage that I can refinance and have an investment property elsewhere. Your home looks nice. Yeah, my home is nice. It's a brand new home. It's 2,830 square feet. I'm the first owner. It's about 4 beds, 2.5 baths. It's very nice. Yeah, I have way more room than I need. So, well, I only owe 195 on it. I paid 260. Crane sale is worth 291. You can get a 3-bed, 2-bath for $450K here in Seattle. Yeah. I probably won't be buying a home again until I meet somebody who wants to buy a home with me. So like until I get serious, because like it just makes life a little harder. I'll buy investment properties, but I want to have the ability to move around. So like one thing, my brother is in nursing school, and I'm saving a bunch of money, or I should say I'm investing a bunch of money in stocks and ETFs and things like that, so that when he graduates next December, and he and I have already talked about him maybe buying a duplex or a fourplex and living in one, and I'll be sort of the silent investor and things like that, and he'll manage it. So I'll still be buying property. I'm also thinking about, instead of buying a new car, buying a condo in St. Pete as an investment property, and even as just sort of a house to go to on the weekends, stuff like that. All right, I missed some questions. What should a self-taught developer learn in 2021? HTML, CSS, JavaScript, a framework, some testing, clean code would be good. Git, Sass. That'd probably be good. Have I started my new job yet? No, next Monday is my first day. They sent me a big ass monitor though. I just was like, what is this they dropped off on the, you see that big ass thing over there? It's a, what do they call it? A think tank or something? What do they call it? A think vision? I don't know, man. It's dope looking. I haven't put it together yet. I gotta figure out where I want to set up my, I think I might have a second office. I haven't quite yet figured it out. Have I visited Seattle before? Yes. Yeah. Microsoft flew me out a couple years back. I think I had 1 year dev experience, or like 1.5. And I did 2 interviews there. It was exhausting. Like 2 teams. So I interviewed for about 10 hours straight. And it was bang, 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 algorithm. And I was just, by like the end of the day, I was like, yo. So it's cool, man. The Microsoft campus was really dope. I saw the Xbox building. I still have my little guest passes. I have like a collage in the hallway on the wall. So that's dope. Yeah, I've been to Seattle. You're gonna channel some of that Champus Air energy. Good for you, Molly. Hey Dylan, today's my last day at work due to the massive company layoff after working there for a year and a half. Well, Josh, I'm sorry to hear that, but hopefully a similar situation when I was laid off after 3 or 4 months, along with the entire team, I ended up being in a better position, working at a better company, the one that I at Price Waterhouse, and fantastic place, best place I ever worked at. Do I still do private mentoring? I do, Brock. You can email me at dylansemail310@gmail.com if you're interested. It's $150 for a mentoring session, and that's going to actually be going up quite a bit. So I always base my time outside of work. So like I have a tendency, in the past I've had a tendency to undercharge for things because and then what ends up happening is I overwork myself, which is fine if you're getting compensated. So a while back, I decided to do my mentoring to be about 2.25 of what my normally hour rate would be. So it's going to go up. But I haven't got around to updating the stuff yet. So, but yes, I do. Although it's gonna, God, this. I was like, what is that? I was like, yeah, I'm looking at the Model S. Honestly, I'd probably buy a Cybertruck if they were out. Cybertrucks seem very reasonably priced. Hey, thank you, Timothy. I'm making plans to get to a mid developer in 2020. Tools you'd suggest to get there? No, not really. So like, Henry, what I would say takes you from a junior to a mid-level developer isn't actually tooling. It's probably more about design principles, clean code principles, solid principles, testing, and be able to easily integrate things. How did I get the job at Amazon? They reached out to me. And the recruiter reached out to me, and I said, yeah. And I interviewed. It was like that. Whenever here's the thing. Once you have some of these big name recruiters reaching out to you, those are the people I go through nowadays when I want to interview at some of these Fang companies. And because you don't get lost in the stack, you go directly to the person who manages the stack. And that makes it much better. I don't have a problem with it, but do people use anything other than array index of? That's kind of a general question, but you're probably looking for includes as well if you're trying to see if a value is included in the array. But there's a lot of array methods. I don't have any friends that work at Fang companies, believe it or not. So I will. Sometimes people believe you have to have an in to go and work at some of these big companies. I've had 0 ins. 0. I actually looked. I've a couple thousand LinkedIn followers, and I was like, do I know anybody at Amazon? I know 29 people at Amazon. They were all recruiters. They were all recruiters. Not a financial advisor, but the type of index funds that I own are usually S&P 500 ETFs and dividend appreciation. Did your YouTube channel have an effect on getting your Fang job? I'm sure it had some impact, but it's also like an impact in the way of like, here's someone's passion. You can see a little bit more about me and how it'd be to work with me. But it's more about I think the whole package. Do you still get nervous on the job? The job's been working from home for a year and a half plus. No. I mean, like not really. Like, I don't know, man. When you start getting paid 6-figure salaries, Like you're getting into a senior level proficiency where they don't expect you to learn on the job anymore. And I don't mean like you're not going to pick up technologies, but like they essentially expect you to be like there's not another senior dev there. So like when you get your junior dev job and you're making like 40, 50 grand or whatever it is, and you're usually at a smaller company, the expectation is that you will need some of the senior developers time, right? Some of the because you're green, right? You're learning. You just maybe you have just 1 year experience. When you start getting some of those like pretty large checks and working at those more large established companies, they don't want to deal with people who are still figuring it out. So they want people who are they can go and do. They want doers, and that's okay. But to do that, they only hire senior devs, and so like, do I get nervous on the job? No. I mean, it's nervous. Nervous isn't the right word. Have there been times where I've been stressed? Yeah, but it's not from like a lack of skill or a lack of knowledge. Because like if someone told me like, "Hey, I need you to build a mobile app," would that make me nervous? No. Would I be frustrated? Yeah. Because I haven't built mobile apps in a long time. So like, but am I confident enough to know that I could go pick something like that up? Yeah. If someone told me I needed to be a C# dev, 3 months from now, I'd be a fantastic C# dev, and I could write C# today. Like, am I gonna write as good as someone who's been working it for years? No. But like, I understand the fundamentals of programming, and I understand how to build things, and I understand how to break things out into their smallest parts. Are there going to be more hiccups along the way? Yeah, sure. Just like anything else, right? But I wouldn't say I get nervous on the job anymore. But we'll see with this new job. Maybe not on any of the previous jobs. I haven't been nervous since like the first job. There's been some imposter syndrome, but that's different than being nervous. Are you still able to interview with JavaScript, TypeScript for algorithms? Most companies just want you to write pseudocode. How did you learn your first framework? My first framework I ever learned was AngularJS. If you go to codingtutorials360.com, it's the first project I built. And so I watched Derek Bonus 4-part series on AngularJS, and I went and built that site. And then I got a job like 3 weeks later. Yeah, you don't just hit the documentation. Never just hit the documentation if you can avoid it. Sounds like you know how to handle your money. This is all good to hear. I try, man. First thing I did was I paid off all my debt. I didn't have a lot. I just had a car payment, but I always kept my debt very low. Next thing I did was I saved a rainy day fund. So after that, what I did was I saved a house. I saved for housing. So I wanted to buy a house, so I stopped renting. And now I've been saving about a third to a fourth, or 30% to 40% rather, of my income in investing. That still gives me I'm lucky enough, I should say, or blessed enough to be able to still sort of treat myself to quite a few amenities, right? Like I have a massage chair over here, and I bought one of those inflatable hot tubs for fun. I'm screening in my patio. Let's not forget the general, so like, and I'm able to do stuff like that and not stress about it because I've eliminated my debt. Occasionally I feel bad about not throwing all the money at the house, but like I also, right now I'm trying to figure out how to enjoy my money a little bit more. 1 second. But yeah. So, have you checked out the beta of GitHub Code Spaces? No, I don't even know what that is. Dylan, how does one get a recruiter? I wouldn't exactly say you get a recruiter. A lot of times I just have people email me, but most of them come from LinkedIn saying, "Hey, hey, I have a role." I get like, I don't know. I turned it off now because I'm not looking for work. But when I have turned working on looking for potential opportunities on LinkedIn, I was getting like 5 a day. How to get better at CSS? Build things. I can't believe that it's been so long since the days that when I watched Dylan, I thought you were a senior dev because tutorials on JavaScript free code camp was so good. I was learning like you guys, man. I can't even believe people watch that. What is my favorite meal? You know, it really depends. I'm a big cheese guy, but probably good cheese or a good steak. I went and got a really good steak with a buddy of mine to celebrate, and that was fantastic. I want to do it again, to be honest. Did you have any money saved up when I first moved out of California? I booked the cheapest Airbnb I could, which was $14 a night, and it's $14 a night, and I booked it. Gator. And I booked that for 10 days, and I came down here with about, I think it's either $500 or $1,000. It was definitely not more than $1,000, and that's what I came down to Florida with. Till one day I found that you didn't have a dev job and was shocked. Hey man, we all start somewhere, man. Dylan, do I use Gulp? No. Took down the Dolan videos. I did take down the Dolan videos. I enjoy them as well, but do I still have feelings for April? Damn, this kind of left field here. I think I will always have feelings for April in a platonic sense, as well as a romantic sense in a weird way. Is it true that I'm a fake dev, just some YouTuber posing as a dev? I think we could pose as cooler things than a developer. But I care for April very deeply. She's growing in her own way. But I think if I have to interview April for a position at Amazon, I'd have to recuse myself like they do in court. I'd be like, listen, man, I dated this girl for a decade. I don't know if I can be the one. Because she dumped me, so she definitely ain't coming through here. we got to get her back here. So do I enjoy living on my own? No. I'm really lonely a lot. I don't want roommates though. I don't know. Yeah, if there's one thing I suffer with, it's sort of loneliness and depression at times. So people have said that you're a fake dev. Is it true or not? Yeah, man. They got me. They got me, man. How'd you know, man? How'd you know, man? Who is people? Is this a real question? Or are you just like trolling? People have told me that you have no full-time job and the only source of your income is YouTube channel and your affiliate links. Dude, I don't make that much money off the YouTube channel and affiliate links. No serious, no joke. Oh, people, right? People, right? Right, man. People. Yeah, man. Put 1,000 videos on software on YouTube. I have a Facebook group with 20,000 people, software related. I have 2 seasons of a podcast. I have courses that are built on Udemy. LinkedIn Learning has hired me to build for their platform. I have probably 10 courses on Scrimba. I just got a job with Amazon. It's all a lie. It's all, and you know what? The Earth is flat, dog. Also, this was, you know what? Let's just come out. It's all a lie because I couldn't think of a better scam. I couldn't think of a better scam than perpetuating myself as a software engineer. I also never delivered pizzas. This would be the greatest scam in YouTube history. It wouldn't be a very successful scam. I definitely wouldn't be. Anyhow, there's enough of entertaining the trolls. Do you dislike Gulp or something better? I mean, Webpack handles a lot of what Gulp does nowadays, doesn't it? How much do you think your first technical writing job helped you get your first dev job? I think it helped me quite a bit. It gave me access to developers so that I could ask questions on occasion. It also allowed me to be introduced to things like Scrum and Agile, as well as tools like Jira. But more than anything else, it gave me the money I needed to pay my own bills and like go and study full time. What is your biggest regret in my developer career? Let's see. It was probably taking the counter offer if I had to choose right now. I mean, I regret going all the way to Idaho and whatnot, but at the time that was the best decision, and it just didn't work out. And I don't know that I regret that series of events of spending like thousands of dollars to move and time and energy going through that hell, and then 3-4 days later doing it again. But I think the one time I made a poor decision was I took a worse offer to stay at a worse company for a counter offer because I had friends. Because I was like, I liked the people I worked with, and that's not like me. And that was definitely the worst decision I've made that comes to mind anyhow. Is Angular still your favorite framework? Yeah, but I like Angular quite a bit, but I've also worked in it a ton. So it's like it's kind of biased where like I understand there's a learning curve. I don't think it's as bad as people make it out to be. Can you talk about some of your passive income and advice on how to get started? Well, similar to how our friend Amir Khan has said, step one is you have to start a YouTube scam. That's step one. All right, I'm writing it down. Step two: pose as a aspiring software engineer. Don't even go and start out as a senior engineer, because that's too suspicious. Just instead start as a pizza delivery driver trying to become a software engineer. So I make some money through AdSense on YouTube, not a ton. I also make money through affiliate links, again, not a ton. I make around $350 on YouTube, but that's been as high as about $1,300 in a month. Let's just say I make between $50 and $100 on affiliate links. I make about $600 a month in courses when I don't push them. When I push them, it's about 1,000 plus, and then you have big upticks here or there. Sponsors, I make, I don't know, maybe 500 to when I had Dev Mountain, I was making like $500 a month in sponsored videos, and then the occasional sponsored video. So let's say $1,000 from sponsors. I make about $600 a month in royalties from Scrimba, but I'm hoping that's going to go up pretty soon. What else is there? The occasional mentoring. I mentor about once or twice a month. So there's $150 to $300. So Melvetta, if I was to tell you how to get started, just get started. Build something and figure out how to monetize it. Like, okay, I'm a Vue guy, so I'm gonna start a Vue blog and I'll put links in there, affiliate links, or a link to my course or something like that. Have you ever seen a person with no professional experience in any technical field get hired as a new dev? This guy. And what tech stocks do I invest? Again, not a financial advisor. Microsoft. I don't. What's Ricky one? Fucking Ricky. Have I ever thought about getting a matchmaker? I've recently thought about it, actually. I've had a lot of people suggest it to me because I could tell I'm a little bit miserable being alone, which isn't good. I don't even know how to get started with a matchmaker, man. I've thought about it though. I don't know, man. Like, it bums me out because I feel like I'm a normal enough dude and I have my shit together and I'm in decent shape and like I have a good career, but I have to go get a matchmaker, man. Like, did we not work hard enough not to go get a matchmaker? I don't know, man. No, it's not a hickey, man. It's I got suction cups on my back when I kind of see there's one over here also. What rack books do you recommend? I don't recommend any rack books. How important is a GPA in school about getting into a dev job? I can tell you, man, I don't have a degree. You're finally caught. Yeah, dude. Only saying what I've been told, right? Yeah, that mentoring rate is OP, 150 an hour. It's going up to about 300 pretty soon. So, are drug tests common for dev jobs? It depends on the organization. I've been drug tested at one organization out of the 5 that I've worked at. So, what I would tell you is that if you were doing something like that, perhaps don't do it when you're interviewing. That would be my suggestion. Why are people suggesting a matchmaker? Because I'm slowly dying alone. Do you get tired of answering the same questions? So dude, this Samir guy tripping out comparing to some Forex trader. All right. We're going to silence the criticism. You got to hide the truth, boys. Enough of the troll, man. Enough of the troll. Am I going to start spamming Fang videos for the YouTube algorithm? No. I was joking with my friend, and that she's like, hey man, don't turn into tech lead. I was like, no, I don't want to. He seems really miserable. And like I don't like I can appreciate the humor, but at the same time, like I don't want that in my life. So no, I'm not gonna start spamming any of that. I'll probably just keep putting as a pizza delivery driver on here to mess with them. What do I do for fun? Tech lead looks really sad. Yeah, man. I'm already a sad boy. I don't want to be a tech lead sad boy. Did I get any skills or knowledge in the tech writing job? No, I don't think so. I mean, I wrote articles about things that they wanted me to write that was database related or tech related, but I don't know. What do I do for fun? I've been reading some. Do I watch any YouTubers? Yeah, I watch a lot of different YouTubers. But yeah, man, I work out. I read. Just kill time, man. That's it. I work. I don't know that I do anything for fun. That's the truth of the matter. But I date. I'm trying to date. I should say what I'd like to do for fun is find someone to go do something with, but it hasn't quite yet worked out. I don't know. I think it's because I date younger women. Dating is healthy. The problem is I'm having trouble meeting women. It's not like I'm trying to date around. I usually try to date one person at a time. But do I like dating Asian women? I like dating all women. I'm sure I have a type, but women of all ethnicities are beautiful, in my opinion. Everyone can have their type, but for me, I wouldn't say I have a type. It's dating hard because of the pandemic. I wouldn't say it's hard because of the pandemic. I just think it's hard because I don't know, man. I'm an introvert. I don't have friends that are extroverts. So, like, if you have extrovert friends that go out and do things, I feel like you can go out and conquer because, like, you just let them do all the craziness. But, like, a guy like me, man, I'm a relationship guy and I date younger women. And a lot of times, the younger women who wanted relationships already in them and like long term or if not married. So it's kind of weird because like so Ricky just texted me. He dates older women, right? And he's going all these dates. And Ricky and I are about the same age. He's I think a year younger, but he already has kids, so he's not looking to have kids and have a family. So he wants to date older women who already did that. And so he seems to have a better time. I don't know if it's just maybe the women find him more attractive. I don't know what it is. But then when I meet somebody I like, and it doesn't work out, or like, there's always something, man. There's always something. Would I do reaction videos to other tech creators? You know, it's funny. I wouldn't do a reaction video, but I was like, yo, coming up with content's hard. And I like Chris Hawk stuff. So like whatever, maybe for like a month, what I'll do the 12 creators, and every month for a creator, like I'll just whatever the topic they did the day before, I'll do the same topic. I'll talk about it. Share my opinion. But yeah, man, I don't know, man. I don't know what my problem is. I have a problem though. This is what I've realized. Yeah. I'm a fan of Chris Hawks. That's kind of rude. That's rather rude. Oh man, some people just want to be mean. I don't get it. I'll figure it out, man. Seems like a lot of tech YouTubers have depressing personal lives. I'm really trying hard not to, man. I've been harassing poor Leanne at Scrimba because I've been bam 2 courses. Leanne, look a brother up. JavaScript is bam. Leanne. But like they have to go at their own pace of what they're doing. But like I've just been like so like when I feel stuff like this coming on where I'm a little bit more mellow, a little bit more like it's weird, man. I go in phases where like where I want to be alone and I don't want to be alone. Right now I don't want to be alone, but I don't have a choice. So like the way that I've gone through that in the past is like working through stuff, but there's only certain things I want to work through right now. So, it's not, I don't say I'm depressed. I'm just a little lonely lately. So honestly, life's pretty good, man. I mean, career's going well, other than having my back beat to hell. But it does seem that way, doesn't it? It's also probably working from home for the last year and a half. But yeah, I worry about us tech YouTubers sometimes, man, because like, one second, guys. When's the podcast coming out? I don't know. Eric and I are doing about one episode a week right now. Gym's closed down here in Florida. I don't know, man. I work out at home. But yeah, man, I am worried about tech YouTubers. It might just be our personality types, so we're workaholics and introverts, and by being introverted, we sort of have these issues. It definitely seems to be a trend that we all seem to ruin our relationships. I mean, Chris Hawk said he thinks he learned programming ruined his marriage. I think the same thing about my relationship. And then tech lead, although I think that's more him than programming. And I'm sure there's a few others, man. So like, I don't know what to do, man. Are you able to discuss tech issues with coworkers? Yeah, man. You just screen share, and so. There's also a very fine group of like women I try to date, where like where like they can't be too young because they don't want to have kids soon enough, but they can't be too old because they already want kids or they've already done kids. So like usually it's like a 25 to 28 range. Not that they can't fall out of that, but like I think when you get serious about your career, other things get set aside. Yeah, definitely happened to me. What gets lonely is when all you have is a career. That's what gets lonely. So you gotta deal with that sometimes, man. Am I Jewish? No, by heritage, if anything. After your 90 days or 6 months at Amazon, will you make a video on what you like and dislike about the job? No, I won't. Dude, doing a pro and cons of your workplace, it's not a good idea. It's got nothing. I wouldn't do that for. Have I done it for any job? Nope. Listen, man, you gotta walk a fine line of being a software engineering YouTube content creator and working in corporate America. And let me tell you, when you're You want to stay away from that line. You want to be on the side of corporate America. Why do you think guys who work in IT have trouble dating and finding relationships? I think it goes back to being an introvert. I also think it's hard to meet people. I think a lot of people meet at work, and we work in very male-dominated fields. So I could tell you that in the 5 years, or I've almost been a developer, that in terms of women that have been in the same department, it's little to none. Like, I've worked with one female developer in my entire career. The women I have worked at have been in other departments. I don't say that like, oh, go and like date somebody at your work, but like you meet people through friends, or you meet people through family, or you meet people at work, right? And like, how do I meet people? Through friends on occasion, or like mainly just dating apps. Hasn't been working very well. You didn't know is that male dominated? It varies, man. I mean, I haven't checked any stats, but if I had to go off my gut of what it's probably, it's about 90-10. Is it a senior role? Yeah, I think so. It's a L5. Tinder works, doesn't work for me. Not lately, anyhow. Barnes and Noble, like, that's the thing. I'm also not that guy that's gonna go and like, well, hello. I see you're also in the sci-fi fantasy section. How would you like to write the next chapter of our lives together? You know, I'm not gonna do that. Like, do I know who Emma Bostian is? Sounds familiar. Let me see. No, but she seems to be a smart, lovely software engineer here. I dig the software engineer with no control over the product roadmap at Spotify. What about her? You trying to set me up? Is that what's going on? Right now I just use Tinder. Although my buddy tells me to go on Bumble. I don't know, man. I find him so exhausting. Oh, and Facebook dating. Maybe I should do meetups, man, because like, yeah. Hello. But we made it though. We made it to the point where at the live stream we talked about. I was trying to actually get through this live stream without talking about dating. But we made it. You're on a dating app? My buddy thinks I should, or Ricky thinks I should go on Talkify or something. Pay them like $1,000 and they set you up with some profiles and individual matches. It feels like I don't know, dude. It's like, what? I spent $1,000 on these dogs. What are they doing? It's like, baby girl, go pay your way. Go bring home your dog mama. Where's your dog mama? Go bring her home, baby girl. Six pack and go to the gym. I have like a 2-pack. I'm working on it, although not as much. Get a fast car. I don't know, man. I've been thinking about getting a new car, but also like, I don't know, man. Happiness is a bad metric for measuring quality of life. What would you measure it if not by happiness? What do you measure? No offense, but when was the last time you were in a relationship? God, I dated Olivia maybe 4 months ago, 3 months ago. It's been a minute. Very shy and timid. Oh, I don't know that I'm shy and timid. I can be shy. Don't say date date the HR lady, like Josh. I don't know, man. How tall am I? I'm 6 foot. Yeah. And so like she makes an excellent point, man. I've been about the same amount of happiness. I do work out. I'm in decent shape, believe it or not. 6 foot, about 170 pounds. I'm not yoked by any means, but I don't actually want to put on any muscle. But yeah, what was I going? What money? What are you talking about? But yeah, money gives you options and it lowers your stress level. Why don't I want muscle? Because I don't want to eat a ton. I've put on weight before, dude. I used to be 6 foot and 140 pounds. And I bulked up to about 170 and had the 6-pack and put on nothing but muscle. And I was like a much more chiseled 170 than I am now. Yeah, it was a stick. Yeah. So I remember what it was like to put muscle on. And I was working out like 4 hours a day, dude. It's on this muscle farm, diet where, it was so, dude, I had 3 protein shakes a day, eating nothing but chicken and rice and vegetables. And in about a year, I put about 30 pounds of muscle on. Yeah. But like, here's the thing. It's like, yeah, dude, I was going through like 20 pounds of protein shakes a month. It was ridiculous. 4 hours a day must have been torture. Yeah, man. If you ever want to see, it's an old workout. It's called the Get Swole workout. It's a 3-month meal plan and diet plan. And yeah, man, let me see if I can showcase a photo. Actually, you won't be able to see it. Funky Town? What are you talking about? What is your ideal woman? it's pretty straightforward, man. She just has to be attractive and be passionate and support me. That's pretty much it. It's not that's it. I'm not too worried about career. If she wants to have a career, she can have a career. I don't need her to have a career. I make enough money for the both of us. So like that's not necessarily important to me, but being passionate about what it is that you're doing is. So like, I don't know, people who are stagnant aren't attractive to me. So like, if you're stagnant, what you're basically saying is that you're looking for somebody else to propel yourself forward, and that's not something I want to do. I don't want that. I don't want that stress on my life. How did I meet my last girlfriend? I met her over Tinder. No, not at all. But like my point is being like, I don't like I would date somebody who wanted to be a stay-at-home mom in an instant if they were doing something outside of it. If they were motivated and passionate about, like I don't care if they are getting their life together. Like, listen, I didn't always have my life together, especially when I'm dating younger women. Some of these women that I go on dates with are 7-8 years younger than me. I didn't have any of my shit together 7 or 8 years ago. So, who am I to judge? So I was just talking to my ex-girlfriend the other day. She had to pick some stuff up. And she's like, "Oh, I forgot it." I was like, "All right, I'm going to throw it out." And she didn't say I was talking. But we are just one of the brief times we texted. And she's like, no, I want it. I was like, it doesn't matter. We don't always get what we want. Because I wanted to date her again, and that was the joke. It was a while ago. She's a good girl, man. I did her dirty in certain ways, and she did me dirty in certain ways. I told her, I was like, listen, one day you're going to forgive me. And if you're lucky, but I'm unlucky, I'll still be available, and maybe I'll give you another shot. Like, a couple of years you'll forgive me, and then we'll fall back in love together. So is that simp? Just being honest, man. Where's my next vacation? Where to? I don't know, man. I was talking to a friend of mine about potentially going to New Orleans again. I like New Orleans. So we'll see. That might happen. Would I date a lady software engineer? Yeah, that'd be fantastic, man. I struggle talking about non-work things as it is. So it'd be real great if I could talk to somebody about software, because we'd share a passion. I take a lot of walks, Josh. walks really help me clear my brain quite a bit. A brocation. No one said it was a bro. But yeah, it could be a brocation. No, I do not need to go to the universities and start harassing the already minority amount of females. So I don't know. My friend Kristen told me that I should hire a dating coach. She thinks I'm doing something wrong. But I don't know, man. Like, it just feels like admitting defeat on such a level. So I don't know. I don't know. Ugh. We'll see. Anyhow, why are we talking about this then? You guys just get a sick pleasure to know that my dating life is shit? Is that what it is? So people are saying some very weird things today, man. I don't know why anyone's calling me an incel. I'm most definitely not. We love you, bro. All right, I love you too, Matthew. You think about going and speaking at other dev conferences? Yeah, man. I just had a meeting this weekend about speaking at the knack.io conference. I'm gonna do one about remote life. So yeah, but anyhow, guys, we've been going a little longer than the hour. I usually like to keep these around an hour. I'll see you guys soon. I appreciate y'all. Bye, guys.